right, so I've made a horrible mistake. Christmas is in like a week. I have 2 young kids, and I didn't buy a Christmas tree. Honestly, I don't know, I just forgot. Got busy preparing for end of year stuff, and yeah, didn't buy a tree. So this is a problem. I also have a fairly small car. It's a coupe, it's a big coupe, but it's still a coupe. We also have a large living room, so I need like an 8 or 9 foot tree. So what I'm going to try to find right now is a local website, because I love shopping local, a local website that will deliver me a Christmas tree within the next few days, okay? I also happen to be an expert on local SEO, so I'm going to explain to you what I'm seeing while I'm evaluating these local businesses to decide if they can solve my problem and honestly save Christmas. I really don't want my poor kids to wake up on Christmas morning and not have a tree. So let's go ahead and dive in. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up Chrome. Here we go. And I'm going to use an incognito window just so you don't happen to see all of my browser settings. I'm in Biloxi, Mississippi, so that's where I'm going to start. So let's find Christmas tree Biloxi. Okay, and what we have here, these are the map results. So these 3 results are the Google Business Profile. They're not the website itself, they're the GBP. Now, a few interesting things we can see straight away. Hollyberry Hills Christmas Tree Farm does not even have a website. Gartman's Christmas Tree, their website is facebook.com, and Fraser's Nursery, they actually have a real website. Now, one thing to keep in mind, when I'm looking at 3 businesses like this, these are the 3 businesses that Google's algorithm has decided are most likely to meet my search query for Christmas tree Biloxi. This has nothing to do with the actual tree quality or tree freshness or customer experience or anything like that. Google works on something called goal completion, which means if I call these businesses, I am likely to have a good conversation with the customer service representative, but it's based on competitiveness. Knowing that one of these businesses doesn't have a website, the second one has a Facebook page as their website, and the third is not a great website, this tells me that there's basically no competition for local Biloxi Christmas tree sales. But again, I'm looking for one that'll deliver me a tree. Let's see what we can find on their websites. As I said, Hollyberry Hills Christmas Tree Farm, no website. Let me open up Gartman's Facebook page, see what I get, and let me open up Fraser Nursery. So I'm not going to log into Facebook here. I'm just going to see if I can figure out if they'll actually deliver. So nope, they don't tell cash, check or only, so they didn't take credit cards, but they don't tell me anything about delivery. We're open, great, awesome, but it's not telling me what I need to know. I need to know if they'll deliver for me. Oh, and now I am done because I'm not going to sign into Facebook, so I can't see anything else on their website. This is a major pitfall. If you're a local business, please do not use your Facebook profile as your GBP landing page. This is the experience that customers have. Let's flip over to Fraser Nursery, and we get this error. This site doesn't support a secure connection. Well, I'll hit continue to site. It's coming up a second time. This is not a great sign. Okay, so we get a giant error, not secure, and we get this website for a nursery. I don't see... So they do have a U-Haul dealer, but they don't really tell me anything about whether they actually have Christmas trees. Obviously, I'm not going to call them. Could you imagine? So let's go back and see if we can find something else. For those of you who don't know, when you do see these top 3 results, there's this button here, More Places. This brings up the 4th result and lower for Google Business Profiles. This is something that very, very few people do. This is why in the local SEO world, we say if you're not ranked in the top 3, you're basically invisible. Very few people will ever hit that More Places. But let's see what we can find. Okay, we have Courtney Farms. They're also using a Facebook profile, not great. A&W Christmas Tree Farm, they're using a Facebook page, not great. We have the Gulfport Harbor Lights Winter something. This is not a Christmas tree sales. I know because I live here. This is a Christmas lights festival on the beach. They're not going to sell me a Christmas tree. This is problematic. This is a contractor who installs lights. And this is a thrift store and another thrift store and a hardware store. So I'm kind of running out of options here. Courtney Farms, I want to close that out. Let's see. No. And I'm paged out. Let me see A&W. Again, all I want is a 8-9 foot tree that I can have delivered in the next few days. No. Just tell me if I can get it delivered. This might be the last tree of the season. Well, that's problematic. Probably not the place I want to look at then. Moving on to the next. Gulfport Harbor Lights Winter Festival. Let's see. Tickets? No, there's nothing here. They're not going to sell me a tree. I'd love to buy that tree. Will they sell me that tree? I do love the name of this. Barksdale Pavilion. Feels like something out of a Pixar movie, but it's actually real. Okay, and now I'm on a lumber website. This is how challenging it's gotten to find a Christmas tree. All I want is a Christmas tree. Lumber. They don't even have anything about a garden center. Okay, so I'm giving up on that. Let me try again. All I want is Christmas tree delivered. Let's see what I can find there. Okay, so now we get very different search results. You'll notice there's no map. What I get is I start with sponsored results, and this is e-commerce. Okay, so all of these merchants that are selling these Christmas trees here, if I click on them, they're going to have to pay for that click. So I'll be nice. I won't click on them for now unless I'm very confident that I'm interested in it. If I scroll down a little bit more to popular products here. Now, it's interesting. These are not websites. These are listings from the Google Merchant Center. This is something that rolled out in 2020, I think. Let me check. Yes. These are Google Merchant Center listings they rolled out in 2020. They're technically organic, meaning if I click on these, they don't have to pay, but we know that for these listings, Google heavily favors merchants who also run ads. So if you don't run ads, it's very likely you're going to show up under popular products. That's not how Google search itself works. If you run ads, there's no indication that your search results on regular Google are any higher or any lower depending on how much you spend on ads. But for this Google Merchant Center, running ads definitely helps. So what this means is all of these results are Home Depot, At Home, Home Depot, Walmart, and non-local options like we got Christmas trees. If I open that one, we end up with this side view and we get Walmart and Christmas trees in the mail. Obviously Christmas trees in the mail. I've never heard of this company before, but based on the name of the company, I would guess they ship Christmas trees. And then we have this one here. We open that and we get Balsam Hill. I'll go ahead and open that. We get TikTok Shop, and Balsam Hill is another non-local website. So these local Christmas tree nurseries are honestly never going to show up here. Most local businesses don't know that Google Merchant Center exists. Google Merchant Center isn't super easy to set up. And even if they knew it existed, and even if they could set it up, again, Google favors paid results to show up in this non-paid section that gives these larger national brands a massive advantage. Below that, we have true organic results. Again, these are not Google business profile listings. These are non-local organic results. And again, we have Christmas trees in the mail, which is clearly a national delivery service. We get a tree to your door, which is very similar. Harry and David, which is a well-known high-end, I guess they sell pears and Christmas trees. And then we get to results like the Home Depot, 1-800-Flowers, but tabletop, right? I don't want tabletop. I want a 7 to 9 foot tree. So these are not exactly what I want. I would dramatically prefer local, but let's see what we got. Enter to win a 7-foot tree. I need a bigger tree than that, man. So let's see. 7-foot tree. I need it bigger. That's what she said. 5-foot tree. Oh, 5-foot tree. 7. Here we go. 8-foot tree. Okay. I don't want to add any of that. Now, my question is $15 surcharge to none of those are me. That's great. They're 13 years old. Cool. Guarantee they'll be thriving on Christmas. All right. That's awesome. Harvested in Quebec. All right. Fabulous reviews. I'm wondering what the delivery timeline is. Because again, I'm kind of on a time crunch here. So how can I see what the delivery timeline is? Where's the delivery date? There we go. ASAP delivery, south. 3 to 4 days. That's perfect. If I order today, it's going to get here before Christmas Eve. And that's what I need. So this might be how I end up going. This is going to be a little bit more expensive than a local tree, but the only way to find out if these local tree farms will deliver to me is to actually call them. I think this is a massive error for these local businesses. If I go back to these local business listings, they have this massive advantage to showing up because proximity is so important for Google Maps algorithm. Remember, Google's map algorithm is essentially based on 3 things: proximity to the searcher, how much trust you have, and how much relevance you have. Now, trust and relevance, they don't need very much because there are so few Christmas tree farms that are close to me here in Biloxi. So what that means is they have this massive advantage. It's easy to turn me into a customer. They just need to say on their website that they'll deliver Christmas trees in a couple of days and what that delivery charge might be. That would be enough to get me to drive my small coupe to these Christmas tree farms, choose a tree, and have it deliver a few days later. Like most people, I don't really want to call unless there's absolutely no other choice. I also can't see how much these trees are, so I don't know for sure that the $340 that I'm seeing on the other delivery national website is overpriced or not. Let me check something else and give an idea what ChatGPT might say. All right, here we go, ChatGPT. I need a 8 or 9 foot Christmas tree delivered within 5 days to Biloxi, MS. Are there any local options available that will deliver a tree. What should I expect to pay for this tree? Now, the advantage of being able to do a local search in ChatGPT is that obviously I can give it much more information and data than I can give Google. We know that reviews are not an important rank factor on Google search. They are an important factor for ChatGPT's recommendations. ChatGPT can read the reviews on the Google business profiles and decide if those specific businesses are going to be able to provide what I want based on what the reviews say. So when I say Google reviews aren't an important rank factor for the Google business profile, people disagree with that all the time. My favorite example is the search Houston plumber. And when I search for Houston plumber, this is what I see. 500 reviews, 10,000 reviews, 200 reviews. Those are the top three. Fourth position has 4,000 reviews, way more than this guy. Then we get 3,000 reviews, more than this guy. 700 reviews, more than this guy, more than this guy, right? So 4, 5, and 6 and 7 all have more reviews than the guys ranked in 1 and 3. They have more reviews, they have more reviews, they have more reviews. 12,000, they have more reviews than anybody. More reviews, and 236. I think that's the first one who doesn't have more reviews than the top 3 players. So please, anytime somebody tells you that reviews are important to rank a Google business profile, come and look at Houston plumber. Anyway, back to ChatGPT. Let's see what it says with my dilemma to get a Christmas tree here in the next few days. The downside of this, of course, is that ChatGPT has to spend some time going and reading and researching for me. Google delivers me results in less than a second. Still waiting here on ChatGPT to answer the question. Maybe ChatGPT is running into the same problem that I did, where there just aren't very many quality local websites about this particular problem.
1 eternity later.
Okay, here we go. It's giving me 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Man, that's a long time thinking there, ChatGPT. All right, local delivery options are a little thin. Hey, I figured that out myself. Local-ish options that may deliver, and it doesn't know. Why would it flip over to this halfway through? Why is it thinking to... Okay. So let's see. This answer says it's going to be via Lowe's or Home Depot. Honestly, if I'm buying from Lowe's or Home Depot, that doesn't give me a lot of good, warmth, local shopping feelings versus buying from ChristmasTreesDelivered.com. 900 to 130 for real, or 150 to 350 for artificial. Okay. 7 to 8 and 8. I didn't say that, right? I said 8 or 9, I guess. Okay. Free delivery on live Christmas trees ordered online. Awesome. So I can just order it from Lowe's. And the Home Depot, very similar. Ship to home. Christmas trees in the mail. Hey, I found that. I found Christmas trees in the mail. AI is not that smart. I can find the same things. I also found it faster too. You believe 2 minutes? Brown's Tree Farm. Hey, I found them too. They're also featured in Google's product section. It's almost like ChatGPT was just using Google search, but slower than me. Now it's listing a bunch of local tree farms. Not helpful. So I would love to pay $95 for an 8 to 9 foot fir tree plus $10 delivery. That would save me a lot, but it doesn't specify the lot. Okay, cool. You need to call. I don't want to call. I don't want to call. So, problem solved. All that being said, because I absolutely refuse to call, why should I call? We're in 2025, almost 2026. I don't want to call. I want all the information. I want to be able to do it online. I think the decision is Christmas trees in the mail. Big promise it's going to be here within 5 days. It's a gorgeous looking tree. A lot of great reviews. Let me just check one last thing. Christmas trees in the mail, Reddit review. Should I believe the AI overview? Because the AI overview is saying they are amazing. And that's the only result on Reddit. That's wild. Okay, let me just add quotes. If you're ever finding something like this, when you add quotes, that's telling Google that you want the exact match. Obviously that didn't work. So let me just try Christmas trees in the mail and nothing. Nobody is talking about it. Okay, so let me just try removing Reddit. Again, AI says they're positive. I'd love to actually see these overwhelming positive reviews myself. The problem is, all I've been able to find are the overwhelmingly positive reviews on their own website. The problem is they control these reviews, right? I could easily launch a website and generate hundreds of positive reviews, even if everyone hated my product, because I control the platform. So I don't much believe reviews on a platform that the seller controls. I've never heard of Judge.me. And Amazon, is this the same store? Let's see. Christmas trees in the mail. Okay, so now we're getting into some real reviews, right? 11 reviews, 3.4, 4.2. So not quite as glowing as what we saw on their own website. And then Judge.me. All right, they're pretty good. 1,700 reviews at 4.8. I hear you, anonymous internet reviewer. I also got tired of looking at several local tree farms, including, do you remember that one local tree farm I saw that said it's the last tree of the season? That's problematic. All right. let's do it. We're going to come in here. We're going to do it. We're going to check out. Christmas trees in the mail. That's going to be the way we go. Yeah. ChristmasTreesInTheMail.com. I was hoping to find a truly local Christmas tree farm, but it's a little late in the season for that. A lot of them seem to be sold out, and their websites are so bad that I can't find any information without calling them, which I'm frankly not willing to do. I shouldn't have to call local businesses to get basic information. If you happen to sell Christmas trees in the Biloxi, Mississippi area, there's a massive advantage for you here. Just build a website and talk about what you sell and the services you offer along with the sale. You'll probably rank really well immediately. The #1 result doesn't even have a website right now. And the others have Facebook pages and a website that 1998 wants back. And remember that typically Google is showing you the closest result if it's a local search. So don't always choose or believe that the ones Google is showing you are the best. And when we go beyond a local search, Google is often going to be favoring e-commerce stores that are spending money on ads, as we saw with the products section, which again, doesn't always mean it's going to be the best product. It actually took quite a bit of effort to figure out that Christmas trees in the mail seemed like a solid option. They have very little presence on Reddit. I had to look at reviews from judge.me. Hopefully it works out, but you know what? Google ranked the businesses closest to me. They didn't work out, so the internet sold me a tree from 1,200 miles away. That's how local SEO works today.